And I know I want to think a certain something.
Well, hello. What?
Doing an interview.
Hey everyone, it's Thursday. You know what that means. What a great day to be alive on a Thursday night here in Cochise County, Arizona. Because it's that time once again, just in case you might be in your car, driving, sleeping, working, whatever the case may be, pull on over to the side, or if you're already home, turn on the old computer screen, let everybody know, get that tablet running, get your cell phones popped to the side, because it's that time once again for Cochise County veteran-owned business with me, it's me, Erik, I don't negotiate with terrorists, no, Zieba. What's going on everyone? How was your Thursday? How has your week been? What's been going on? It's been busy, I know, trust me, I do know. 9 to 5 is a killer, but I assure you that once it gets done, time to relax, time to rewind. If you're not hitting to the gym, go out to the gym. If you're not able to go to the gym, go for a walk. Do something. Be proactive. Don't be sitting around looking at that lazy boy thinking to yourself, oh, that's my Saturday night. No. Get out, do something, stretch, enjoy the air, enjoy what is the beauty of Cochise County, Arizona. So for this Thursday, as you're walking around or doing whatever the case may be, I've got interviews for you. That's right, plural, not one, two interviews tonight. Two amazing businesses I know you're going to enjoy. I look forward to it, especially the first one. I went out to Semper Fitness Training. I met Josh, amazing individual. If you don't know about Semper Fitness Training, well, I'm about to introduce you to it. It's not what you think, but after you see, you're going to know so much more. And hey, get a hold of him. It's going to be worth it. So without further ado, I introduce to you Josh for Semper Fitness Training. Roll the film.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we are at a brand new business on site, because the best way for you to understand what a business is all about is to know what you're getting into. So today we are at Semper Fitness Training, and we are here with Josh, but I don't want to spoil everything, so I'm going to let him introduce himself real quick and let us know where he's from.
Hi, thank you so much. My name is Joshua Dillaha. I run Semper Fitness Training. It is a pre and post physical therapy rehab setup. So the studio here, we focus on trying to help with corrective exercises, things to bring people from getting ready for physical therapy, or if they've just finished physical therapy, a lot of times there's a break in the continuity from trying to get them back to being ready for work, ready for performance, ready for whatever that may be. And my studio is kind of that in between to make sure that they're able to transition into what they need to do.
Okay. Where are you originally from?
So I grew up in South Florida, and then joined the Marine Corps 2 weeks after 9/11.
Okay.
And then from there, kind of bounced around a little bit all over the place, and Fort Huachuca was my last assignment.
What were some of the places you were near and around?
Was in Okinawa, Japan for a few years, South Korea, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. I was at the UN in Geneva, Switzerland.
Oh, okay.
Did 2 tours in Afghanistan, and then spent some time up in Quantico, Virginia for a while.
Now, was something like this your specialty in the Marines, or was it something else altogether?
No, I actually did counterintelligence in the Marine Corps. So a big switch from this, but one of the collateral duties that I ended up having, I was asked early in my career if I could help someone with finishing their PT test or to do better on it. And it just kind of started a little bit of a spark from early on that, hey, this is a lot of fun. This is something that I enjoy, even though it was so far from what I was doing in my day job for the Marine Corps.
And is that what eventually brought you to Fort Huachuca?
Yeah, the military did.
Right.
And then I separated in 2016. I was a single parent, and that's not always the most conducive to military life. And so I made the choice to stay with my daughter. And then her and I have made this our home since 2010, actually.
Oh, very nice. So you did all that stuff. You eventually came around here. You planted here. And you've been here since 2010,
Correct.
But you didn't get out till 2016.
Yes.
So during this entire time, what were some of the things you were doing prior to bringing up this business? Or was this the main focus, main idea when 2016 finally rolled around and you retired or got out?
Yeah, when I finished 2016, opened up the opportunity to go to school. So I served for a little bit. I did, kind of little odds and ends working at local gyms around the area, just building up my background, building up the career. I did my undergrad in kinesiology and biomechanics, learning how the body moves, how everything kind of functions. That little nursery rhyme, the knee bone connected to the ankle bone kind of a thing really plays quite a role. And then from there, I went to grad school, focused on strength and conditioning and exercise science to kind of hone in some of those things and be able to apply it to an actual training program.
How long is something like that for? If someone wanted to go into that field and follow that same blueprint you did, how long is something like that?
It was 4 years in undergrad and then 2 years in grad school. So kind of a 6-year basis. And then in between that and concurrent to that, I was also doing certifications for working with tactical populations, working as a trainer, working as a strength and conditioning specialist, different things to kind of help with building up the kind of the repertoire of things that I do.
Okay. What brought you to establishing your own business?
I did things differently. I worked in a lot of different gyms. I bounced around with the different areas, and there was always kind of a different exchange back and forth. And I really wasn't worried about trying to make someone super, super strong or super fat. I wanted to help people that had issues, a shoulder surgery, a knee surgery, a hip surgery. And I ended up kind of being drawn to a lot of the veteran populations because there's a lot of ailments from people that are separating. And that just kind of started kind of a passion to work with populations that needed a little bit of stuff.
Okay. Is this, you said OT, try to get you back into shape, try to help you with your conditioning, therapy and such. Does this fall under the plan as if people get referred from medical or whatever? Are you working that same line?
Yes. I have a good partnership with a lot of the local physical therapy clinics around town. So they'll refer them to me if the protocol stands for 12 sessions. And you get finished and you're like, you know what, I'm not really finished. A lot of the physical therapies will send them over to me and we'll kind of keep going where they left off. I'm a kinesiologist by trade, so I kind of take a lot of those physical therapy tenets that they have started with and continue them on to get them ready for whatever that might be, back to work, back to school, back to life.
All right. How different is the therapy? I mean, I see all the different equipment here and such, and I know I want to think a certain something.
A few moments later.
All right, we just had a brief interrupt, but that's all right. That just means the door's always open and people are always coming in to check out what's going on over here at Semper Fitness. So when we left off, I was pointing out the equipment that is here, what you would normally see at a gym, wherever you go, wherever you visit, whatever you do. But because of what you work in, I would want to think that people would take it a little bit different. Do you have them do everything different, or is like a way so that they're not overexerting themselves and stuff like that?
So the way it starts out, if you come in, one of the first things that we do is do kind of a personality interview to see what it is are your focus, your goals, what things you're actually interested in, and what the purpose of coming in. Our first session is going to be a gait analysis. We're going to see how you move. You and I are not going to move the same way, even if we do the exact same exercises.
Right.
So I want to understand the gait analysis. I want to see how you move, what sorts of positions are more difficult for you, what's easier, where you have strengths, where you have opportunities to kind of help build up some of the different ways that you move and the ways that you interact with the space. So we'll do assessments based on how you balance, how you stand, how you move, how you squat, hinge, things like that to get a better understanding and set a good foundation for developing your personalized program.
Okay. Now I know, and like I just found out this morning, you were down the way, but you have now moved a little bit closer to Seasung Creations over at 175 East Fry.
Correct.
Same strip mall.
Yeah.
Just a little down, a little different.
Yeah. So I was in a just under a 900 square foot space, and I moved to a 1,500 square foot space. Over the last 18 months of being over there, I kind of outgrew the space, outgrew the facility,
right.
And found an opportunity here to get a little bit more space and open up some different things this summer. Hoping to do some small group sessions to allow couples, groups, 2s, 3s, maybe even 4s, now that we have a big central area where we can do that safely and efficiently with multiple people instead of just the standard one-on-one.
Okay. Because of what you do, are you a open or regular gym type of hours, or is it something different?
Yeah, it's by appointment.
Okay.
So due to the nature of how we're set up, there's not an open gym kind of style. Everything is by the hour, by the appointment, so we can have the individual sessions and give you the time that you're looking for.
Okay. Well, I see a lot of stuff out here, and I have to ask, if you don't mind, can we take a look at some of the equipment out here so people can know exactly what they should expect to see when we're here?
Absolutely.
Here.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to go ahead and check it out, and we will be back that quick. All right. We're going to go ahead and take a tour, and Josh is going to show us some of the pieces, some of the equipment, some of the things you can expect while you're here.
So the way I have the gym set up, primarily you have your upper body going to be on the right side, you have your lower body going to be on the left side, and there's kind of some fundamental pieces that we can integrate for a little bit of both, but that's the essential flow of the gym itself. We start out with TRX, just a training and resistance exercise, an opportunity to kind of stretch, move the body, get some function in some of the joints, and we'll move into a concept 2 piece where you're just using the rower, building up that cardiovascular system, giving you an opportunity to get the heart rate up, kind of warm you up depending on what we have going for the day. We have some traditional bench press, plate rack, and then I have a unilateral bench exercise, which the pieces work independently. So we can really identify different strengths, maybe on one side of the body or another. Everything is adjustable and movable, so we can custom fit everything to the individual. You're not forced to be in one particular piece. Move it down into a shoulder press, which is a bilateral shoulder press mixed with a lateral raise. Again, multifunctionality. We can kind of use this for various different things for the individual. We've got a lat pull down with a low row down here at the bottom. Again, working on that posterior chain. Then we move into a stretching area.
Okay.
Opportunity for different movements. We do a lot of the assessments, seeing like from a quadruped, from that all fours position, laying on your back, just seeing where some of the strengths are throughout the body itself.
Okay.
Moving around, we have some accessories in the corner right in front of our leg press. So here again, another dual purpose piece. It can be a leg press here or a quick adjustment, and we can turn this into a hack squat. So again, we're manipulating the best that we can, get the most out of the equipment for the space. Moving into our leg press and leg extension and leg curl. Again, making the most of the space. The dumbbells that we have go from 3 to 100, and then the kettlebells will go from 5 up to 72. Just giving the most opportunity for wherever the strengths and weaknesses are for the individual.
Okay.
We've got a lot of specialty bars. No one size fits all kind of a thing. So we have stuff based on people that have squat issues with the shoulders, with the wrists, with the different mobilities. It gives us an opportunity to really address everything that we're trying to do without feeling like we're restrained to any particular item.
Okay.
The traditional squat rack, everyone's favorite pull-ups, especially with that Marine Corps background. I got to make sure I have a spot for pull-ups.
Right.
Squat rack, which can be multifunctional. The last exercise we were doing the other day had a Bulgarian split squat, so we were using this as a bracing pad. It's great for a bunch of different exercises. And then the center space, as I said, we just moved in here, but we will have a sled that we'll be adding to this just to provide some more opportunities for individuals, kind of work on some of that cardiovascular and that power production.
When people come in here and they come in here for their treatment, what do you say some of the common things that they come in here for?
I have a lot of people that come in with knee and hip issues. Shoulders seem to be a huge factor as well, whether it's prior surgeries, injuries from the military. I work a lot on joint correction, joint stability, and joint strengthening.
And when they come in here and they do their therapy training, do you also provide them any added extra information just so if they want to do something at home or how to change things up or anything of that nature?
Yes. So like I said, we do that gait assessment. So we figure out where things are for the individual. I have a significant number of clients who work off of my app as well. I work through a True Coach program, which gives them an opportunity to do exercises at home, whether that be stretching, if they want to get additional days in the gym at another location, or just an opportunity to focus on some things to kind of hone in some of the skills that we worked on here in the gym.
Okay. Do you, not only with the gym, but do you, has your gym, once I get there, have you ever been to any events to promote your gym, like in any, I dare to say vendor events or anything that would be going on at the park, any exhibitions or anything of that nature?
We were a sponsor for the Sierra Vista golf course for a recent tournament that they had. We're looking to diversify and open up some of our opportunities and sponsorship things throughout the city throughout this year.
Okay. Do you, besides any therapy type appointments here, do you provide any other type of events or anything here or anything special?
I'm dual-hatted, so I'm also the state director for the National Strength and Conditioning Association. So we do a lot of events throughout Arizona. The Semper Fitness is one of the kind of foundational sponsors for different things that we do. We're trying to expand and strengthen the strength and conditioning community and the personal training community throughout Arizona. So we end up doing a lot up in the Phoenix area.
Okay. Do you have any short, long-term goals set out for the future of Semper Fitness?
We are growing. We are developing. We have a lot of different things coming up. We're looking to expand into our own individual app instead of working off something else down in the future. We're also, like I said, looking to expand into some small group sessions throughout the summer, and then potentially looking to bring somebody on to kind of help with facilitating all the needs and all the people that have come in looking for additional assistance and training.
All right. Any last thoughts?
I love this community. Sierra Vista has been home since 2010, so we're coming up on 15 and a half years. I never expected to be an Arizonian transplant, but it has truly become a home, one that my daughter and I have loved and enjoyed being here, and we hope to be here for quite a while longer.
Nobody ever is expected. I'm from Indiana, near Chicago and Gary. You know, we didn't expect it either, but yet here we are.
Yeah.
And it's a great community. Everybody sticks together and helps out one another. And what you're providing is amazing to help individuals get back into their form. So I just want to thank you very much for taking part of the show. Definitely check out Josh if you have any ailments, anything of that nature, or if you just have questions, come on out. If you're not able to see it, definitely check out the outside so at least you know what you're walking up to, so you know exactly where you're at, right next to CSUN Creations, Semper Fitness Training. And how can they get a hold of you?
Multiple different means. We have w.semperfitnesstraining.com. We also have a voice call for 520-221-7735, or you can email the business at joshua.dillaha@semperfitnesstraining.com.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All of that was muted.
So as Erik figures out how to figure out the mute button on here, I'm 55. I tend to forget things, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and rewind this and go through this one more time. Check out Josh's business. It's amazing. Physical therapy, if you need to go ahead and take care of your physical therapy needs, if you need occupational therapy, anything of that nature, to get back on your feet, by all means, go check out Josh. See if you get a refer. Oh, I hear it now. See? There we go.
Now we're cooking with gas.
We found some Crisco, and now we're cooking, catch. He's also a Business of the Year, so definitely go check him out. Until that time, one quick note. Once again, I said Wanderlust Cafe was with Lori's Place. Actually, is with Jennifer's House. Jennifer's House helps women's from the women's side. No. From a women's point of view, helps with those who were drug, alcohol addicted, who were incarcerated, so they help get them back on their feet. So all the proceeds from Wanderlust Coffee go to help the women out. They have coffee, they have a Black Rifle line, clothing, coffee, apparel, as well as other clothing that is donated or anything of that nature. You can go ahead and check it out. It all goes to help them. Lori's Place helps domestic, let's be sure. Of course I did. All right, let me pull it up real quick because I want to make sure I get everything correct. So in case somebody tries to come in later going, you were totally wrong, man. At Lori's Place, we are dedicated to supporting victims of abuse and trauma through comprehensive trauma-focused services. That's what they do. Both amazing services. Definitely check them both out. See if what you could do to help. See what you could do to donate. Anything of that nature. Check into those. Greatly helps those involved. Now, this week, part two.
Dos. Zwei.
Ooh, I'm married to a German.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. Are you?
30 plus years. Almost 30. It'll be 33 in September.
Did you learn any German?
Only the words of when I'm in trouble.
Okay, that's the only important part.
I know more than I let on, but I'm not even saying that.
Okay.
Ray's not watching today.
Just outed yourself.
Hi! This week, we got a special guest in-house, making sure everything works. Erik knows how to push off the mute button, so we're going to go ahead and let her introduce herself one more time.
Sure. So, hi, my name's Morgan. I'm the owner of Canines in Camo Pet Care, and I have been in business for 4 years, but only a couple of months in Sierra Vista. We just got here from Germany.
So, where did you work? You just got here from Germany, couple months, but that's too quick into the story. We want to go back, way back, not to the dinosaur age, but more towards the 90s.
I was very narrowly a 90s baby.
Okay, we can work 90s, latter 90s. We'll go into the new metal age. I listen to Limp Bizkit. This explains a lot, by the way. So
that's okay.
We'll get through this together.
Stig.
Where are you originally from?
Sure. So I was born in October 1999 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Lived pretty much my whole life there. Grew up there. Went preschool through high school there. Even stayed in the area going through college at Slippery Rock University, not too far north of Pittsburgh, about an hour. And that is where I met my husband. Who was Army Reserves at the time. We met in a criminal justice class. He commissioned out of ROTC, got stationed in Germany, and I followed him there.
Okay. You met first in a criminal justice?
Yes.
What, you just both, was it a class that you both just happened to be taking?
Yeah, pretty much the class. I remember it was called American Corrections, so about the jails and prisons and how those work in the United States. So we were in the class together for the whole semester, but we sat on opposite sides of the room. Never really talked to him until the final came.
Group project?
It wasn't supposed to be.
Nah.
But let's put it this way. The final was an online test, and we had a mutual friend who invited us to take the test together.
Outstanding. Say no more.
So that is how we connected.
Connected, got together, eventually got married. And you said he went off to the reserves?
He was in the reserves for a while.
Okay.
But he did commission out of ROTC from Slippery Rock University and immediately got stationed in Germany in 2020. We love that.
Wow. Where were you in Germany?
Well, we started in Vilseck. That was for a year. And then it was Stuttgart for a year.
Oh,
and then
great place.
Yeah, well, yeah. And there's more. And then it was Kaiserslautern.
Oh, Kaiserslautern.
Yes.
What part?
What do you mean, what part?
There's different concerns. There were different concerns. Let me rephrase that. What was were you more towards Vogelway? Well, I know Vogelway's gone away, maybe more toward Ramstein or whatever, but probably Kleber concern.
Yes, that's the one.
That's it.
So we
Because there was a Kleber, there was a Dana was more of the barracks, and then there was a Panzer.
They're still there.
They're all still there.
Yes.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys went over there. I mean, Vilseck is like a schooling area.
I like Vilseck.
Vilseck was more of an out of the way place.
It was quiet.
It was quiet. I mean, versus definitely something of a Stuttgart.
Stuttgart was my least favorite. Okay.
I can understand that.
It was, I don't know, it was a little bit urban for my taste, to be frank.
Okay. And then you went to Kaiserslautern.
Yeah.
That's where I first started. That's actually where I met my wife in K-Town.
Fantastic. And you brought her home.
And we brought her home.
Good on you.
And she's been taking care of me ever since. I'm saying there's many times she's made sure that I stay alive, not to watch out for my well-being, but just to make sure the finances keep going. I just outed myself again.
Okay, you can stop now.
So many secrets are coming out right now. But no, K-Town is a great place. We're actually trying to get back there pretty soon.
To visit?
To visit. Family's still there. Not
My wife's family is there.
The wife's family's there, not mine. But I mean, I still had friends and stuff there because the last place I was at was in Heidelberg. And I was part of that team that actually helped shut it down so everybody could move.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Mm-hmm. And I've seen the pictures of, because I was in Kaiserslautern, I was in Mannheim, and I was in Heidelberg.
Okay.
And with all those, I get sent things, so it's sometimes a shame to see what Mannheim has turned into. It's just like a ghost town I never thought would be possible, considering how military would be there and everything is kept right and everything's taken care of, and now it's just.
I can't really speak on that. I live an hour away from Mannheim.
Mm-hmm.
I never visited. Also, like an hour away from Heidelberg, if I'm not mistaken. Also, never visited that place, which I have been shamed for.
Ooh, you never made it to the castle.
Nope. But I did do the Neuschwanstein Castle.
Okay.
That counts? It's a castle. That's the Holy Grail of castles.
You did get a castle, so yeah.
That's the castle.
Did you? Yes. You are perfectly fine.
I'm good.
You're good. We're cool. We're cooking. We're cooking.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. And it looks like you got a fan base.
Steelers. I don't really care about football, but I'm obligated to be a Steelers fan just because I'm from there.
You're gonna hear
Herzlich willkommen. Dankeschön. Thank you, Marcus.
And Mike Zer, Zena is his pup.
Where's who?
Mike Zer says Zena says hello. Oh, here.
Hello, Zena.
Let me help you with that. We have this technology.
Okay.
So Zena says hello. Tim is not a fan of Mannheim. And where is the German beer? Really, people? It always leads back to it's a veteran show.
I have one confession. I'm gonna also out myself. Just as you outed yourself. 4 years in Germany and I never had a beer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to need a moment for part of the show. We're going to need to pause, a moment of silence to hear that somebody was in Germany for 4 years and not one Crystalweizen, not one Hefeweizen, not one Perminator from Parmesan's.
Not
amazing
one
beer.
Radler.
Not one Radler. Oh, not one lager?
No.
Wow. Did you have the wine?
Yeah, I like wine. I like fruity girly drinks.
No. Did you have German wine? Because when I say German wine, each town has their own wine. Like each town has their own beer. We already know the other one. Oh my goodness. all my German friends who might be watching today, we're going to need your assistance in any way, shape, or form. We're going to have some form of way to ship those bottles out. So Morgan can get introduced moderately.
You should see me after a margarita and a half from Guadalajara.
Whew.
Yeah.
She is good. All right, Marcus is standing up in your honor.
Thank you, Marcus. Much appreciated.
He's up at the water tower with a pail of water defending you in your honor, just to make sure, like, no, she's good. It's all right. You don't have to have beer while you're in Germany. But,
Thanks, Marcus. Much appreciated.
All right. While you're in Germany, was that the first place you decided to go about what you're doing today?
Yeah, it was. So I wasn't doing it in Vilseck.
Okay.
We get to Stuttgart. That's where we adopted our dog Millie from a shelter called Polis Pound, and they're in Cyprus. And so a week after we get Millie, my grandfather passes away, and I'm like, well, crap. What are we gonna do with the dog? Right? Like, because she had severe separation anxiety at the time. We were living in an apartment. It's like, well, she can't be left alone. You can't have a dog barking, disturbing the residents, because we don't want to get in trouble either. And so
exactly,
I get on the Facebook pet page for the area, for the base. And I meet one of my who ends up being one of my longtime friends. Her name is Beatrice, actually. Wonderful lady. She's from Switzerland, by the way.
Nice.
So, but reached out to her. We made arrangements to meet up. She was going to be my pet sitter. We ended up not meeting her. I ended up not going to the funeral. However, she was so compassionate at the time where I was vulnerable and sensitive. And I felt so comforted knowing that someone was going to be there for my dog if I needed her. And so that's when I decided, you know what? Why don't I do something like that? I would love to bring peace of mind to families who need it, who are traveling, those who live the military lifestyle. Unexpected travel pops up. They do the turn and burns for a day trip, for example, or TDY deployments. You can't begin to guess how it goes. So that's how I got inspired to start.
Okay. So in a way, through Beatrice and unfortunately your grandfather's passing, gave you the base to start your business.
Yeah.
Now, when you did this, where you're conducting the business on post or off post? So
this was on post Stuttgart, and that had its own set of hurdles and challenges. I don't know if anyone's familiar with the home-based business process. That was not fun.
Because you have something unique, because you were doing a home-based business overseas on a military post. So exactly how was that process? Did you make it become available?
Right. So there was a lot of bureaucracy to go through to do it the right way. There's a lot of people who offer it under the table, and that's fine. Of course, I get nailed by customs for doing what everyone else is doing. And so I was kind of forced to do things the right way.
Right.
So what that looked like was getting permission from housing to do that, which was challenging. Getting permission from the legal office to do that. And eventually it works its way up to the garrison commander, who has to sign off on that, and then you get the approval to do that. So what it was, though, at the time, I wasn't doing the same model that I'm doing now, where I do 30, 45, and 60-minute drop-ins and dog walks at the client's home.
Right.
What I was doing in Stuttgart was I was boarding exclusively dogs in my home on a small scale. I did 2 dogs at a time.
Okay. That
was my ETP. Because you could really only have 2 pets, but I already have my own dog, and it's like, well, if a family has 2 pets, I need to be able to accommodate that. I'm getting the ETP with something else too. Not fun. Not fun.
So you're doing that in Stuttgart, but eventually you moved to K-Town. Was it easy to move what you had built, starting to build in Stuttgart, to K-Town, or did you have to put it on hold, or?
You know what? It was easy. Because we didn't live on base in K-Town,
Okay.
you didn't have to do the home-based business process because you weren't on the base.
So on that note, because now you just said you're living off post, so you're living in
It was Hochspire.
oh, Hawkspire.
Yeah.
Oh, they're good people.
I had excellent neighbors. I got really lucky with my neighbors when we lived there.
So was it easy on the country on the countries on their land to go ahead and do something like that?
Yeah, and even in Stuttgart, one of the first things you had to do was get like a tax ID
Mm-hmm.
and then a tax number for your business. So a tax ID is associated with you as a person, and the tax number is for your business.
Okay.
So I had to go get those from the German IRS, call it.
Mm. So, and how long were you doing that in K-Town?
See,
Or in this case, Hawkspire.
Hochspire.
I think my wife's sister lived there, but that's another story.
Yeah, so let's see. So it was, I think, a year in Stuttgart, maybe 2.5 in K-Town.
Okay. And was it more easier in Hawkspire, K-Town versus Stuttgart? On post versus off post?
Yeah, because I don't have to jump through all the hoops. I wasn't living on base at the time.
Was there a max? You had 2 for a max that you had to do in Stuttgart. Was there a max outside?
Let's put it this way. I put a cap on myself
Okay.
because I didn't want to be compromising the quality of the service that I was offering by having too many dogs in my house at a time. So typically it would be my dog, Millie,
Mhm.
and like 3, maybe 4 other guest dogs, because sometimes pick up and drop off dates would overlap and there would be maybe more than there would usually be just because those dates overlap, but usually like 3 other dogs at a time.
So keeping the group smaller
Yeah.
gives them more attention, more easy to work with, more bond, if you will.
Exactly. Very personalized, and that's one of the things that Canines and Camo works on today and that's our whole mission statement too, actually. It's mission happier pets, and that means nurturing the bond between the pet, sitter, and the owner.
Excellent. I like that.
And the compassion that goes along with it, creating lasting bonds between families and the pets that love them.
Now, you just got here recently.
Yes.
What was it, September, October again?
We got here in October.
October. You got here, you're getting situated. How long the time frame before you're like, all right, we're here, furniture's in the house, let's get to work?
Day one we got here, I was on the phone networking with other pet business owners.
Outstanding.
So I was calling groomers, trainers, Carmen from Fur Babies Pet Bakery. I mean,
Okay.
day one, I hit the ground running.
And do you still work out of your home? Is it still an in-home business?
No. Well, so the business itself is classified as home-based because I don't have a commercial space.
Okay.
However, all the services that I do are carried out at the client's home.
Okay.
So what that looks like is 30, 45, and 60-minute dog walks and drop-in visits, and everything is completely customizable. Every pet is different,
Mm-hmm.
so the approach to every visit is different.
Is that just the basis of what you do, or are there any other services? I mean, what's your full line of, or just jog walks or check-ins and that's it?
Yeah, it was just drop-in visits and dog walks for now. I had some of my friends from Night Watch Canine were trying to convince me to do it like a pet taxi.
No.
But they, you know what? They actually opened their own. But for me, you have to get registered with the USDA to do that.
Really?
And the commercial auto insurance is different. Yeah, it was a lot, and it's not something that I would be ready to do right now. But I'm open to it in the future. But right now, I'm focused on what I have on my plate at the moment.
So you said the pet community, you reached out to them and they were able to help you. Is it also a tight-knit community? You're all able to work well with one another?
I would say so. Lots of connections. Jamie from Paw Passion, she's great. Donna from Four Paws Grooming, she's great. Tina, she's my best friend from Bark and Bubbles Pet Spa.
Okay.
Constance, Yvonne, and Teresa from Night Watch Canine. Brittany from Sit Mean Sit. Eileen from Peaceful Paws. Gina from Paws in Effect. There's so many.
There's quite a bit.
Yeah, there is quite a bit. Lois, who does pet aromatherapy. So lots.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear of it until I got here either. But
wow,
they're all on my community resources page on my website. Trusted network of pet professionals.
Okay. You have a website.
Yes.
What is that website?
So it's caninesInCamoPetCare.com. It's the letter K, the number 9, S in camopetcare.com.
And you also have a Facebook and an Instagram, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct, yes. So
are those the same then? Same names? Sorry.
Yeah, for sure. So Canines in Camo Pet Care LLC on Facebook, and then just Canines in Camo Pet Care on Instagram.
Just so people can go over there and check and see, like, all right, this is what you're doing. This is some of your clientele. And lots of good things going on. And I saw recently you are expanding, at least in personnel.
Yes. I recently just brought on my first staff member. She starts on Sunday, the 15th. So we'll be sitting down to finish her onboarding paperwork. We're going to go over the training manual and the SOPs.
Okay.
And then she's going to come along with me to a visit. And I hope everything goes well. She's really, really fantastic. And I'm looking forward to seeing what she brings to the team.
Nice. Now, not to say that we want to see you leave soon. Don't want to say it, not like that. But again, you said you're married.
Mm-hmm.
He's active duty.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, it's going to happen. Now, if something like that happens, are you planning to stay longer? Are you going with him? Or what does that long-term look like?
Sure. So let's put it this way,
Okay.
Erik. Canines in Camo was always, from the start, meant to be bigger than me.
Mm-hmm.
I want one near every base.
Nice.
So I've got my eyes on Davis Monthan.
You got long-term going.
I got my eyes on Fort Hood. The goal is to make as many pets and families as happy as I can and bring that peace of mind to every visit.
Because that's a great thing. So like you said, especially for military families, they get deployed, they get doing stuff.
Right.
They need that assistance, and they would like to turn to someone who knows that they're going to take specialized care in
Right.
their
so someone who
family member.
understands that lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Right, exactly.
Now, I know there are some within pet businesses that I've seen that would be at events or at the park or anything of the nature. Do you do stuff like that as well?
I did Pups on Parade. I think it was back in like October or November. But that's pretty much the extent of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you looking towards anything future like that, or is anything like you got like any future long or short-term projects that you might be looking at?
Yeah. I was gonna get in contact with the city. I haven't yet.
Okay.
But to sponsor like a poop bag station at the dog park.
Oh, they could use that. They could
Yeah.
use a couple.
Yeah. Something.
And not just one park. There's a couple.
I'm not super familiar with the dog parks. I'm not a huge fan of them, but I know some people really like them. So that was something I was interested in as well.
Well, I know the one at Tompkins Park, but then I know some of them they'll keep them on a leash of veterans, and I'm not going to lie, behind a police station. Sometimes they just let them run. I mean, I think there's an enclosed area, but I'm not sure.
Man, the only thing the city's been posting is like Leash Up SC. Have you seen that?
Yes, I have.
It's just constant. It's been all week. I'm like, is it some sort of awareness month or what?
Marcus wants to know, are you going to post more?
Marcus, I want you to know I have CapCut installed, and I am working on a day in the life of a pet sitter reel. I took a bunch of videos last Saturday, and I'm working on it.
So calm down, Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus.
She's getting there. She's getting there.
One crisis at a time, Marcus.
He deserves it at times. He's a
one
good
trace
guy.
at a time, Marcus. I'm working on it, I swear. But yes, so I have been posting reels, Marcus. I don't know if you've been watching, but go scroll. I have reels.
I've seen him.
Thanks, Eric. At least Eric watches them.
I study. But believe it or not, I study.
I'm proud of you.
Oh, well, touch your brother's heart. Yeah, I'm Gen X. This hurts my hands.
Oh, okay.
There's another one.
People do this.
Oh, no,
I
no,
don't do that.
no.
That's
no.
not. I do this. Or when I was in elementary school, we do this.
Oh, good Z. Tell Z why you're doing this.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Marcus stays sober for a long time. So I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's called studying. It's called knowing. It's called getting their word out there. And you've done an amazing job getting your word out there. I love the blueprint. I love the template of what made you get into it the first place, and then how you are expanding slowly but surely. I mean, you want to get out there, but at the same time, you want to keep it close knit so you provide that quality care.
Right.
I like that.
So here's what I want families to know. When I got here, when I said this during my ribbon cutting, one of my goals is to elevate the standard of pet care, not just in Sierra Vista, but as I said, this is always my goal has always been bigger than me, but across the industry. I want to raise the bar for what pet parents should expect when working with a pet sitter, but also B, a professional pet sitting company. So it's easy for just anyone to call themselves a pet sitter, but what does that really look like when taken seriously and done as a profession? So for example, I'm a member of National Association of Professional Pet Sitters. Pet Sitters International, have first aid credentials through the American Red Cross for cats and dogs.
Okay.
Safety protocols, emergency protocols, step-by-step visit instructions, written service agreement to outline the relationship between client and service provider. It's very in-depth. Pet parents get a visit report card on each visit. So
Nice.
we work on an app called Time to Pet. So when we arrive to the visit, we press start. A notification is sent to the client's phone saying Canines and Camo is on site and caring for your pets. At the end of a visit, they get a detailed report card with photos and notes, including GPS tracking if we were to take a walk. For example, I took a girl named Smokey. She's a black pit bull. We went to Jack in the Box and I got her pup cup.
Oh, outstanding.
Bacon on it. I'm like, that is so cute. I'm like, this is adorable. So Smokey's owner can see that we did that. Of course, I took pictures too.
Of course.
But details the pet's mood if they were happy to see me. Did I feed the pet? Did we give them treats? Did they go number 1 and number 2? I refreshed the water bowl. Did I leave any lights on for them? And one of the things that we do and I strive for is to go above and beyond for pet parents. So for example, not just taking care of their pets, but also their home.
Okay.
So for example, if a client goes out of town, what that looks like is putting the trash bin out on the curb for pickup, bringing the bin back up to the house, or bringing in the mail from the mailbox or Amazon packages. If they're going out of town, like I said, rotating the blinds, lights, and curtains to make the house look lived in.
Exactly.
In case anybody's eyeing up, like, oh, that house looks empty.
Don't need a home alone.
Right? Exactly. Watering the plants, things of that nature. So it's really, I would call it an all-inclusive service. And I really like to go above and beyond and make pet parents happy. And that's the most rewarding part.
That is very good. I like that. I do have one question. Out of all that you've done with all the pets through this entire timeline, has there been anything that has stuck out? Anything extraordinary? Anything unique? Just like a pup did something, or a situation, or a good situation.
Okay. Well, you want a good situation?
A good situation.
Okay.
A nice, positive, family-friendly going, wow, I can't believe this, but wow, it's totally amazing.
There's not one particular that sticks out. It's so, like I said, it's so rewarding making people smile. And when they message me after they get their report card visit saying, Morgan, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Like, Smokey, who I walked today, her dad texted me back. She goes, "You're awesome. She's definitely happier on the days that you're here." And it's like, well, that really makes my day. That means the world to me.
That's what it's all about, Morgan. I like it.
Mission happier pets, Eric, and
Yes.
apparently happier pet parents.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Any final words?
Thank you for listening and watching. Thank you for inviting me on.
Of
It means
course.
the world to me.
Of course.
If anybody's interested in getting a new client consultation set up, they're free. Go on caninesinCamoPetCare.com. There's a contact form. It's a drop-down menu. Hit sign up, and there's a Google form on that page where you can put in your contact information, and then I will be reaching out to you to coordinate a new client consultation.
Perfect. Definitely check out Canines in Camo Pet Care. We're going to have the links in the comments section. Well, in the introduction. Might be some in the comments below later on once I get a chance to it. Can you do a quick plug of?
What does that mean?
It's the voice from above. Oh, I do have some other notes. We got some 5Ks coming up over at the Warrior Healing Center. Nice little walk runs, little family jaunts, little get-togethers, something where you can take pets out and go for a 3.1 mile walk early in the morning. It's rise to duty go to www.warriorhealing.vet/5K. Go ahead, sign up. We got one in March 28th to be exact. My wife and I signed up for that. And with that, dogs are of course welcome, but with that, you also on the bib, there's a little coupon for Doc's watering hole. So after you're done doing your walk, run, whatever, head on over to Doc's and get a 10% discount. If I'm not mistaken, voice from above. There's one in March, April, and May. You can sign up at any time. All the proceeds go to help Warrior Healing Center so that we can go ahead and not just help the veteran, we fight for the veteran.
I like your mission.
We do what we can.
I back it.
I appreciate it. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, Eric, for having me.
Got that Kung Fu grip. Don't fight this one. I could already tell. She I bet she went to Josh's and she got a little pre-workout going on before she got here.
I'm very scary.
I married a German. I believe it. In a good way. In a good way. She keeps me on my toes. Believe me, I'll know when I get home. One last thing. Of course, Marcus said this is where he was leading with it.
What do you mean, what did I win? I didn't win anything. I never win anything, Marcus. I don't. Nothing, not so much as something from a claw machine as a kid.
Oh, the only way you win, you got to shake it a little bit. You got to shake it. That's why we're never allowed there again. 40 years going strong. Thank you again, Morgan, for coming on the show. I appreciate it. Always a pleasure. Feel free to contact us and come back anytime if you have any updates, if there's anything new, if you want to bring some friends, 2 or 4-legged, doesn't matter. Or if they want to go ahead and jump on their hind legs, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Win from me from my grand opening, silly. Is he asking me to say what I won from him?
Mm-hmm.
I got a consult from Marcus detailing some social media content strategies, 4 different types of content I could post. He pitched me some ideas, community engagement. I was telling you about this before we got started.
Yes, I know.
Community engagement, educational posts, storytelling, and there was one more. To basically rotate through those types of content. I have been posting reels. That was the big one.
Yep.
Reels.
And for Marcus, if you want to find out more about what he does, check out Edifying Pursuits Media. He could go ahead and help you in your advertising needs.
Cool guy.
As well as, obviously, you're seeing this show live tonight. Check it out a couple days on my YouTube channel, YouTube.com/the_Erik Z, ERIKZ. People get it mixed up. It's a K. It's spelled with a K, like the Viking. But I'm Polish, so go figure it out. The_Erik Z. We're going to go ahead and repost it again. We're going to get this out here as much as you can because everybody needs to know about Morgan and Canines in Camo.
Well, thanks, Eric. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you coming here. Tune in next week. We're going to have another guest here on the show. Who do I got? I've moved things. Actually, if you're watching this show, you're going to want to pay attention around Friday, tomorrow at 10 o'clock. I got a special surprise, another veteran-owned business I found, and they opened this month. I beat some of you to the punch. I found them, and I can't wait to share their story.
You're not going to tell us who it is right now?
No!
Will you tell me after we get off of here?
Yes!
I'm the first to know.
She's going to know, but it's going to make you want to watch tomorrow at 10. And as always, you can catch all of our videos of the Warrior Healing Center. We've got everything on our YouTube channel, at least 1,300 videos, if not more. We date way back 2019. There might be some a little earlier. So if you're looking for a little something, if you got any ideas, check out that library. It's amazing. I know, because I created all the playlists and I put them all together. And that's how I started my stuff on YouTube. But it's not about me. It's about K9 and Camo. So definitely check her out.
Thanks,
All the
Erik.
links will be available. All right, we're heading out because we've actually made, I wish I'd figured out that mute button earlier, but things happen. We go on the fly. It'll be edited for the other show.
You figured it out pretty quick. How did you figure it out? I wouldn't have known.
I didn't, because I'm always like on the phone and people sometimes bust me like, oh, dude, why are you on the phone while your guest is talking? Going, I want to make sure everybody hears.
Okay.
It's like, I'm glad I did it. See, you're welcome. You're welcome, my ones of tens. I'm a kidder. Y'all take care. I will talk to you soon. Friday at 10, new guest, new person, new veteran-owned business. She'll know, only you'll know tomorrow.